Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to Monster Tamer News, the segment on this channel where we go over the past week's happenings in the world of monster taming. Now, this week we got some interesting Monster Hunter Stories 2 news, courtesy of the Famitsu scans, a definitive release date for Patch Quest on Steam, and some new stuff that's coming to the game. Some brand new games to showcase on the channel, and a few April Fool's memes that I thought were just too great not to include this week. So that being said, as per the usual, make sure to sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. Alright, so we're actually going to start things off with some Chain Monsters news, and if you've seen my This Month in Monster Taming segment, you know what I'm talking about here. Basically, we received the first look at the anticipated graphical overhaul. This new style combines the 3D character models with a sort of 2D overworld and texture. The game's alpha is planned for mid-April, so I'm super excited to play it with you guys and provide video content regarding more aspects of the game. The next update for the title New Monsters is on the way and is planned for next week. This update will include an event monster named Ghast, as well as boating and fishing mechanics, new monsters, new areas, and more. We're definitely going to have to check this one out when it pops. We got an interesting leak from the Famitsu Magazine regarding Monster Hunter Stories 2, and this showcases various armor sets that will be available within the game, some areas to explore, a variety of monsties you'll be able to encounter, and a whole lot of Japanese text that I can unfortunately not find a translation for. If you didn't know, Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin is set to launch on July 9th of this year. The Patch Quest developer has released his latest devlog, which officially confirms the game will go live on early access on Steam on May the 7th. The game will launch with 6 zones and more will be patched in subsequently moving forward. Furthermore, the devlog outlined a new feature in the game, which is passive abilities for your mounts, which can give various bonuses such as burn resistance, different stat boosts, the ability to ignore particular field hazards, and each mount will have 2 of these abilities. The ailment system has also been changed to having 2 ailments instead of 1 or the previous 3. Elite monsters can also bring forth status ailments now as well. He's also added a big heal item to the game to sort of combat its difficulty, and overall just a ton of interesting stuff this time around. Next up, we got a brand new Shin Megami Tensei 3 trailer titled The World's Rebirth, which is basically the major plot point within the game. The game has you situated in a world which is basically on the brink of literally being reborn, and you have multiple endings that you can sort of explore that result from this chaos. The latest Mythren newsletter has released this week, and it basically covers why the devs are going the Kickstarter route and their progress regarding fine-tuning the game for the Kickstarter itself, which will take place on April the 13th. We also get our first look at Furlet, a new Mythren whose description reads as follows. These playful creatures are very mischievous and prone to start wild flames. Naturally, they love battle and will often hop instead of slithering, trying to throw their opponent off guard. The devs have also shared with me a silhouette of a currently unrevealed Mythren design. It looks to me like a mermaid cat thing, but what do you guys think? Speaking of newsletters, the Laxiday's devlog released this week and goes over the Beastmaster, aka full Monster Tamer class, which will focus on various skills involving buffing and assisting one's own Nanim. The newsletter also showcased 2 new Nanim, being Terracnid, a poisonous spider, and Tetsurtle, a water tech turtle. The clip you're seeing on screen was revealed during this newsletter. For more information, I did do a video covering this in greater length, which will be linked in the description. As I promised last week, I do have a few new games to sort of showcase in brief, and you can expect longer Monster Tamer showcase videos about each one in the future. But for now, let's talk about some of them. First up, we got one that I'm really excited for, and that's called Guild of Dragons, a city building and dragon taming game, which features absolutely stunning visuals and dragon designs. As the only person in the world capable of taming dragons, it's your job to rebuild after a great calamity. Like I said, we will have to go more in depth in this in the future, and I personally haven't played much city building games, so I'm more excited to tame dragons. Next up, we got Divine Heavenly Acres, a customizable monster taming and farming game with turn-based combat, the ability to pretty well customize any land or house to your liking, various abilities like wood cutting, I'm assuming mining, and resource management and more. Both of these 2 games will have their Twitters linked in the description. There's also an early development Android title for you mobile tamers that we get some gameplay for. The game isn't currently named, but does feature turn-based combat, swappable skills, and honestly looks really good considering the dev states that they've only been working on it for a single month. I'll definitely keep you guys updated more as we get information about this project. Okay guys, so as per the usual, we got some rapid fire news to get through, and stay tuned till after the rapid fire news because we also got the April Fool's news segment this week, which is honestly hilarious. Alright, so for starters, the Myth on Island developer showcased the game's fishing mechanic and the upcoming adventure mode. Ark Survival Evolved is running its Easter event, which includes festive skins and other Easter-related events. The Gorit developer showcased some experimental real-time combat footage. The Sky Climbers Twitter showcased this image of a thick Chojin, and this cute air and plasma type flying squirrel thing that is currently unnamed. We also know that the pre-alpha is coming to content creators soon. We got some new Drugimon move names and the UI, including Backwoods Log, Hemp, and Tree of Life. Animon Story, a tabletop RPG that we have discussed a few weeks ago in this segment, has an official release date being April 23rd, and here you can see the game's beautiful cover art. The Monster Tribe Kickstarter page is now live for you guys to follow. I'll leave it linked in the description as well as the Mythren one. Once again, this Kickstarter will be on April 15th and Mythren will be on the 13th. Ento Drive recently updated and a devlog was posted which adds some new battles and areas to the game. I do plan on streaming this, so definitely stay tuned. We got some more information on one of the Gremlin showcased with the recent trailer, and that's Howluff, a wind type inspired by both the Big Bad Wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. We got a new Zokai named To Climb, a play on the words toucan and climate, as this Zokai changes its colors based off of the weather. We got some new Xenoscape footage showcasing the game's blacksmith. We got a new Rune Factory clip this week for Rune Factory 5, showcasing the game's mounting feature. Here we get to see some of Witchery Academy's gardening mechanics, some new text effects for Malice and Greed, and a new boss theme, which I'll play a bit here. Alright, so from now on, we'll be covering the quote-unquote April Fool updates, so take everything you hear with a grain of salt. Kindred Fates got a very strange update that I initially had thought was actually a hoax, but apparently it's real. This update is indicated by the newsletter that it includes some weird game modes, including Kindred Kart Racing, Sumo Mode, and Kaiju Mode. No Kindred Fates this year. The Disc Creatures Twitter showcased this giant Gundam Seed-looking mech that apparently can aid you in battle with their upcoming title. Crema showcased the latest and greatest Temtem Sipanku footage, featuring a radical art style shift. Valorware announced the ultimate monster taming experience, being Camel Grazer Simulator. Final Stardust is cancelled. And I uploaded the most epic video outlining the top 10 monster taming games that only true intellectuals will be able to enjoy. And let me just say, number 69 will blow your mind. So yeah, guys, very interesting and funny stuff this week. I do hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, definitely make sure to subscribe for more monster taming content on a daily basis. You can follow me on Twitter at GymLeaderEd. You could also check out my monster taming / subscriber Discord, where we just got a ton of monster taming stuff going on there. We got tons of channels, we got Cirque. It's a good time. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.